Hi, everybody.
We got KellyGirl with us today, folks. Those of you that are driving around listening, we got a good podcast for you today. It's KellyGirl and Dave talking fishing tips, living in Cabo and what it's like down here and how spectacular life is and how good it is.
And Christmas is almost here. Oh my gosh. Doesn't feel like we don't have a Christmas tree this year.
We do.
Well, we do have one, but it's not.
But it's in the closet.
It's in the closet. I just couldn't get into it this year. I don't know.
Well, we got a couple of cats that would love to climb the Christmas tree. And pee all over the Christmas tree, right?
That would be awful. So yeah, that's why we didn't set it
And we
up.
got a beautiful monkey over here.
And it's like, how hot is it? Or how hot has it been here?
It's 85 today.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like
and the water's,
Christmas.
I don't know if you saw the show yesterday, gang, or if you looked at our social media yesterday, but the ocean's 80 degrees right now. Dorado are biting, marlin are biting.
You caught a big Dorado the other day.
We got a 45-pounder yesterday with my good buddy Kevin Cubby Paul.
Wow.
Woo!
Pretty
Big
cool.
whopper. Big whopper.
Thank you, Mike.
Dorado. Big whopper
You're the
Dorado.
only one that compliments me on my hair ever.
Oh, yeah, ever. Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Ever. No, I never say anything nice to you, huh?
You.
Not very often?
You do.
Okay, wow.
When you want something.
We're going to have to grab this piece of this podcast and say how nice I am to you.
Yeah, you're very nice to me.
Gang, we got to talk about the Pacific Sportfishing Alliance trip to Alaska coming up.
Yes.
We just found out somebody backed out on that first trip, so we have one opening for the first trip. And then the second trip, there's still 4 openings. And it's going to be really cool. I'm going to talk to him while I'm looking for this email. KellyGirl's going to talk to you guys.
No, I'm not in
Read
charge
those
here.
comments.
No, I'm not in charge here. No.
John has a question already.
Okay.
You know, John Stanley's always here.
John,
You're reading the
I
questions.
don't have my glasses.
Okay, here.
All right.
And then
Okay. Hi, Kelly. How's Christmas different in Cabo? Do you decorate? So to answer that, Christmas here for us is very different because we are not around our immediate family. I mean, we have 3 boys between us, and this year no one's coming. They've got their own lives and their own families. So that's a big difference. I have a huge family in California, and Dave does too. And we're used to spending, the holidays with them, and it's just always a big deal. But here it's not. It doesn't seem like it's just us sometimes. We don't. Do I decorate? No, I didn't decorate this year. I did a little bit last year. We did have a tree, and I put up a couple, Christmassy things. Like there's no presents under our tree, right, Dave? Because
yeah,
it's different. It's just different. The weather is beautiful here, nice and sunny and warm. But it's just different.
And I can't believe you don't have a pair of glasses to read these.
It's okay.
Comments.
I can see. If I close one eye like this,
I'll read those comments then.
Well, I thought that was not acceptable to be doing the comments.
Gang, if you have a comment you want to have KellyGirl read, you're going to have to text it to our telephone at 949
374
0786, gang. 949-374-0786. If you want your comments read online, we will answer them. John Stanley, as far as Christmas goes down here, this is a very, very Christmassy country. They believe in one religion, and they go all out for Christmas, full speed. It's phenomenal. The decorations, the familyness, the loveliness down here, everything's full speed. Catholic religion is very, very heavily practiced in Cabo, and I think most of Mexico. And so it's a very, 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 very special time in Cabo San Lucas for Christmas.
Yes. And I want to say hello to Fisher, Sonny's son, Fisher. He posted on there. And Fisher, the one who Marley peed on your head, right?
Yes. Fisher, good to have you. I subscribe to your channel, Fisher.
We're going to say hi to Marley. Marley, Fisher says hello.
Fisher's right here. He's trying to talk to you. Fisher, as soon as you post your first video, I will share it across to all my social media. Not that we are anything. We only get 30 million views a month. We only have 600,000 followers, but I will help you, Fisher. I subscribe. I don't believe you have a video up yet, but if you do, I'll watch it and we'll post it and we'll share it everywhere. But make some cool videos, Fisher. You're living the best life you could possibly live, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And tell your mom and dad we said hi, and someday maybe your dad will call me. I don't know. He used to love me, but he doesn't.
Are you talking about Sonny?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He's just busy.
I'm
sure.
he got a full-time yacht
Good
job.
for
He's a
him.
big-time
Good for
yacht
him.
captain now.
Good for him.
Gang, the power of your saltwater guide is absolutely amazing.
Yes.
It is pretty amazing. Justin, Pablo. Uh-oh, there goes my glasses. I won't be able to see. Okay, we're going to do something. Kelly girl, you talk to these people for a minute. I'm going to get another pair of glasses so we can both see. Stay with these people. Don't sit there with dead air.
Oh my God. This is a lot of pressure he puts on me when he does this. I am the opposite of Dave. This is difficult for me to sit here and do this. It's really hard, but I'm glad I'm doing it because it helps me break out of my shell, but it's hard. I'm not the most, I'm more behind the scenes, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. Okay, because he's matched better. Okay, Tim Ogilvy has a question.
All
He
right,
wants to
Tim,
know,
let's do this.
What was your favorite cartoon to watch when you were a kid? Were you ever a kid? No, you're still a kid.
I loved Mighty Mouse. I loved Tom and Jerry. And Underdog probably was my very most favorite.
Aww.
Underdog was my very most favorite cartoon, Tim. It was pretty. And TV show in the mornings that we used to watch was a Banana Splits. That was pretty special, the Banana Splits. And then a little bit later, I think HR Puffin Stuff.
Oh, that was awesome.
Who's your friend when things get rough? HR Puffin Stuff. Can't do a little if you can't do enough. Woo!
I loved does anybody remember the what were they called? Oh my God.
The Bugaloos?
The Bugaloos. I love the Bugaloos. I used to go to bed every night and pray to God.
In your hair and
I would
everywhere?
wake up with wings so I could be like a Bugaloo. And that was with Phyllis Diller, I believe. Phyllis Diller was on that show. But I loved Tom and Jerry. I really loved Tom
Mike
and Jerry.
Lewis, Sigmund the Sea Monster.
Yes. Oh, that was such a great show.
Yep. Sid and Marty Krofft put together some great shows for us as kids. I mean, you don't get to see any of that cool stuff anymore. It's all woke cartoons now. Yeah. It's sad. But it was a good time to grow up in the 60s. It was a phenomenal time to grow up.
I didn't grow up in the 60s. I wasn't even born in the 60s. But in the 70s, it was a good time. In the early mid-70s.
70s was a great time for me too, gang. But I was grown up.
You were grown. You thought you were grown up.
Yeah,
right?
we was all grown up.
You were grown up. You were doing grown up stuff, and you should have been.
Yeah, we were doing grown up stuff.
This is from Darren. Darren wants to know what we're having for Christmas dinner. He's having lobster.
We're going to Solomon Seafood. Mm-hmm. We have reservations with my good friend Kevin and his family. Kevin Cubby Paul, one of my very best friends on the planet Earth, and his family, and we're all going to dinner at Solomon's Landing, and they have phenomenal food there, seafood, steaks. They have all kinds of wonderful stuff. So that's where we're going for dinner in Cabo.
And they're a restaurant in the marina, right, Dave? They're right there in the marina. I believe I've been there. They're right there in the corner, aren't they? Or sort of like the corner.
Yep.
Okay.
And you, Cameron, yes, your live shows are way better than ours. Absolutely. Wow. Gang, it's absolutely ridiculous. If you go and you look at our social media, the amount of comments are just crazy, right?
Crazy. I don't know.
Kelly can't even read them. They're so vile. There's so much vile.
There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of hate going on within that whole thing. But
can you imagine people hating me? God, that is so weird.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to sneeze here. Okay, so anyway, we're going to want to give attention to anything. Let's see. Dave Hill would like to know if we got rid of the owl. No, Dave, we did not get rid of the owl. We have no control over the owl. We are at the mercy of our neighbor who lives behind us. I'm kind of whispering because she could probably hear us because I think the window's open. We haven't seen that owl in quite some time, but
it's setting on the ground in her backyard. Yes, you can see it.
Any day it can go up and Marley's right back to square one. And so we just pray that that doesn't happen.
Right,
But we didn't
Mama?
get rid of it. We tried. Dave tried.
Here's how weird we are.
No, you, not me.
Okay, here's how weird I am. I went over to the
I
lady's
didn't.
house and offered her $1,000 US to buy a $12 plastic owl because it's driving my poor little KellyGirl and I's poor little monkey Marley. It's driving him crazy. His little heart starts palpitating. He starts crying because she points the owl right at his cage. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna ever.
The window's open.
I'm only ever gonna be me.
That's probably why she'll put it out now.
Right, it's all my
You
fault.
done made her mad.
But I've done made her mad. So now what I do is I throw bird seed in her yard so that the birds can have a good time
I
on her part.
don't agree with that. I feel like that's just gonna make her mad. So anyway, moving on. Let's move on. Do we have any more questions? Let's see. I have Grunion. This is from, I don't know who this is from, but
Okay.
they have Grunion in their freezer. Oh, this is from Captain Pablo.
All right, Pablo. Hey, buddy.
He has Grunion in his freezer. I don't know if I'm supposed to read this.
Yes, you are.
Do you think it'll be good to use them as bait this time of year? Or save them?
Oh, no. They're phenomenal bait this time of year. Inside shallow, 20, 30 feet of water, all the rocks and everything.
No, this is from Jason in San Diego.
Okay, never mind, Jason in San Diego. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
But I'm going to answer the question anyways. So the grunion, it doesn't matter if they're running or not. Those fish know what a grunion is. My boys and I, when they were young, we had like super bad red tide in the wintertime. I mean, the ocean looked like a brick. It was so red. And we were going out fishing grunion. You couldn't catch a fish to save your life. But if we went and fished with grunion, we would wail on the fish in the red tide. Grunion work year round. And even if the grunion aren't running, they work phenomenal.
But can you use it for bait?
Yes, you
I
absolutely.
thought you said it was
No. You can only have, I think it's 30 now. That was all the limits changed. It used to be as many as you want. Now you can only have 30 at a time. I used to bag up 100 in a bag. Now I would only bag up 30 in a bag. And then if there's two of you, you could have 60 baits. 60 grunion is a great day fishing. Every one of them will get bit, but when you don't get bit.
Oh, I was talking to Marley.
Oh, when you don't get bit and you have some grunion left, you can refreeze them. It's not like squid where it's a one-time use. You can refreeze. There he is. He came over to see. You can refreeze them over and over again and keep using them. They're an epic bait. They work year round. And you just be shocked at everything that eats them.
Well, when the very first time Dave took me to a grunion run to catch grunion, I asked him, or you were I remember you saying these are like candy to fish. They're like candy. Fish love them. So that's what I always think of when we talk about grunion.
Oh, yeah. We had a great time. The first time I took her, we caught a zillion grunion, didn't we?
We did. It was a lot of fun. I remember that. Speaking of grunion, Dave and Kim want to know if you miss grunion runs and Taco Bell. Do you miss Taco Bell being here in Cabo?
Yeah, that's the weird thing is when we moved down here full time, we found out what Mexican food really is. I don't miss Taco Bell at all.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there he goes. He just jumped onto Kelly's leg and ran up the top.
Do you miss it though?
I liked Taco Bell. It was kind of like.
But it didn't do you good.
No, it didn't do me good. Kelly always knew when I
felt
had
bad
Taco
when he-
Bell, but man, I miss it. But I can go down here. You know what's really cool, Kim and Dan, and everybody that's listening? Cabo's super expensive. We all know that. It's probably one of the most expensive towns in Mexico. But if you go a couple blocks inland, you can go I have a taco stand. I posted it on my social media. And we saw the young lady last night after we got done eating sushi. The steamed chicken mole tacos, I get 3 of them and a Fanta, and it's less than 10. I think it's $8, and I give her a $2 tip. It's incredible down here, gang. If you get off the beaten path and get away from down in the marina area, and you get a couple blocks inland, oh my gosh, yeah, you don't drive there. The one thing we do miss, because let's be honest, I'm fat and lazy. We do miss the drive-through. There are no drive-throughs.
No. Well, there's a McDonald's drive-through, but I don't think we've
never ate
there.
there.
We've never had their food. Yeah, Josh, Taco Bell is a delicious laxative. for
Yeah.
Dave. I love Taco Bell. I don't ever eat it. Haven't had it in years, but I do love their chips and cheese. So good, so good.
Yeah, don't throw them away, Jason, and they won't work for lobster bait. There's no oil in it. So grunion are perfect for calico bass, sand bass, shovelnose sharks, halibut, stingrays, leopard sharks. I mean, it's just a fun day. Go fish them in the shallow water down wherever you're at. Find some shallow water spots. I think there's a few of them on your saltwaterguide.com.
A couple. Gosh, I wish we were in Southern California because it's raining. Is it raining right now there? It just
Yeah, I
rained.
heard
I
it.
bet the lobsters are crawling.
Oh, well, here's the deal. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
I talked with Justin. Him and Amanda have made a executive decision for tonight. They're not going. They were going to go. Justin, Amanda, and the kids were going to go hoop netting tonight, put out some phenomenal content, but they're calling for a big lightning storm tonight in Long Beach Harbor. So they're not going to go. They're definitely going tomorrow night. So the live will be tomorrow night. There will be no live hoop netting in Long Beach Harbor tonight because safety issue. I told Justin it would be wonderful to see the lightning hitting the back deck.
Yeah, I don't think Amanda. I think Amanda's the one that made that executive decision. I don't think Justin had a say in it, but that's just my 2 cents. How do you hook the grunion, Dave? Matt. Oh no. Who is this? This is from. I'm not sure who this is. Oh, John Stanley. Hi, John.
All right.
John wants to know, how do you hook the grunion?
What I do is if you look at the grunion, John, right behind their eyes, it's like rock hard right there, their little skull, because they're dead already. You're using frozen grunion. So right behind their eye is where their like skull is. It's a hard spot. So I take my hook and I run it straight from side to side, from the right side to the left side through that rock hard spot on their skull, I guess it would be. And then you want to use the least amount of weight as possible. You do not want it to, it's just like when we talk about fishing the squid, John, how you want it to sink through the water column. Same thing with the grunion. A lot of times we fish boiler rocks, and you have some inside La Jolla and some down there inside of Point Loma and Scripps and all that stuff. You got some bitch and boiler rocks. You want that grunion to wash around in the white water of the boiler rocks, and those calicos will eat it right there. What we've had to do is put on like a 1/16 of an ounce or an 1/8 of an ounce just to get it to go down sometimes, because the seagulls will grab it. But very, very little weight, if any weight at all. If there's no seagulls around, you can fly line them. They'll sink perfect in the water column. Okay,
that's something I never liked when you hooked when a seagull came down and
ate the bait.
Yeah,
but our videos to show how to take them off were pretty good.
That's a great video.
Those things came out really good. As you can see, I'm super afraid. You know what's really funny is that the sea lion video and how everyone's telling Captain Dave he's got to be a man and not be afraid of the sea lions. If you had any idea,
if you looked at a sea lion the wrong way, you could possibly go
to prison. Federal penitentiary.
Yeah, that's a big.
You can steal all you want in California, but boy, if you harass a California sea lion in any way, shape, or form,
you're going down.
But it's funny if you were to go read the comments on the sea lion videos, and if you knew who I really was, you would never ever think that.
Oh, Elliot wants to know, what is my favorite fish to fish for? Elliot, I think you may be the last one that doesn't know this. That would be Calico Bass, just like Dave here.
Yeah, Calico Bass. KellyGirl and I.
Yeah.
Go out on our skiff, we anchor up. And Elliot, you got to see how bitchin' it is. You're always in a beautiful spot. KellyGirl would bring her bikini and she'd wear a little bikini. Just her and I fishing the boiler rocks in Laguna. Yeah, you did all the time.
All the time.
It was pretty epic. We do miss that a lot. But yeah, it's Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance. We have to talk about this for a minute, gang, because I can't even believe one person bailed out. And we have an opening for the first trip. And then the second trip, it's still got 4 openings. So this is the trip to Gustavus, Alaska with Larry and everybody over at Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance, gang. And I just want to give you the price for this trip is $2,995. That's 40 to 50% less than any of the other guys charge up in Alaska. Plus, we do fish smoking for them, no charge. And of course, they get to fish with you. So the trip is really a great value. Yes, it is. They get to fish with KellyGirl and I, and it's going to be a fun trip. And we're going to be up there in Gustavus, Alaska. It's 5 days, 4 nights. That first trip, there's one opening. So one of you that are thinking of, hey, I want to go to Alaska and go fishing. And then the second trip, all 4 of those spots are still available. This is the height of the run for the silver salmon. And they're big and they're fat. And what a phenomenal fish to eat. And you still got a chance to catch a king salmon that time of year too. And then the Glacier Bay National Park is going to be open at that time of year. So we got a chance for halibut. And we get to go see all the brown bears, and there's killer whales and sea otters and so much other wildlife, you know.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And it's going to be spectacular.
I just can't.
And if you're thinking about bringing your wife or something, and you're wondering, well, KellyGirl's going to be there, and she may not fish every single day, so you guys might want to hang out. I don't know. You know how it is. You don't know what.
Yeah, we don't know. But
you don't know what KellyGirl's gonna do. KellyGirl doesn't even know what she's gonna do until the morning.
No, I'm not a fly by the seat of my pants girl. I know what I'm doing. I got a schedule.
And the weather that time of year is probably the best. Flat, calm seas, usually a little rainy, but it's really cool up there. It's a great time of year. You want to get on this trip, gang? The phone number's right there, 760-331-2650. One more time, 760-331-2650. And the dates are, the first trip, you arrive on the 7th of September, and it's 5 nights and 4 days. Well, there's one availability on that trip. And then the second trip, you arrive on the 12th of September, and that's same, 5 days, 4 nights. And you get an opportunity to fish with KellyGirl and I, hang out up there. We'll probably go wander around the forest and look at all the brown bears. We'll do all kinds of stuff. It's just not going to be straight fishing, even though some of you might want to come up and just straight fish. But KellyGirl and I are going to want to see everything. I want to do a little fly fishing in the streams and the rivers. I want to get off the boat and go do that. I want to go do everything you could possibly do. So this is the trip to go on, gang. You're going to be with KellyGirl and I, and it's going to be a blast, and you're going to have a
Dave Hill is asking if this includes airfare. The price includes airfare.
I don't think so.
I don't think it does.
I don't see it on there.
I don't think it does. It probably most likely doesn't, but I don't.
But if you think about it, if you book now, your airfare will probably be not that bad. I don't know though.
Yeah.
But you know what, Dave Hill? I think you call Larry, give him a call, let him know what you got planned, what's going on. He will tell you exactly what you need to do, what the airfares are. I'm sure he's got deals on airfares. Maybe I don't even know. I'm just being honest. I don't know if it's
no airfare.
No airfare.
No airfare or alcohol or fishing license is included.
There you go. Thank you, Larry. Hey, by the way, Larry's watching,
Larry.
gang. So, gang, everybody, Larry's on here watching. I'm telling you, you want to be a part of this. It's going to be spectacular. It's going to be so much fun. I am so excited. It's going to be.
This will be cool because we've never been there. I mean, that's a part of the,
Those of you that have never been there before, you're going to go with us. We've never been there before. It's going to be killer. It's going to be cool. But the thing about Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance, it's a club. You get to be involved in the club. Larry's got hotels and resorts all over the place down here in Lopez Mateos, where you just saw that series of videos I posted last week, and they're posting right now still, fishing the mangroves, catching mullet for bait, doing all those cool things. Once you're part of Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance, you get to go do that. You get to go down the Baja. You get to go to Alaska. You get to go to all the other places. It's kind of a cool deal because it gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling that you're going with a group and you're not going down there to explore a foreign country all by yourself. Yeah. You're not going to Alaska, never been there before. You're going to have to figure it out. You're going to always be with a group with Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance. And then the membership, you get a great discount by mentioning your saltwater guide. All this is possible by just contacting Larry. And I'm going to put up the QR code too while we're here. In case you guys missed it, the phone number, let me find the QR code, Larry. I'm sorry. There it is. Yeah. So there's the QR code. You can give Larry a call at that phone number I mentioned a couple of times.
Yes, call him. He says give him a call, and he'll go over all the logistics with you and answer whatever questions.
And grab the QR code, gang. You want to be part of this membership club. A lot of us traveling around doing things that we've never done before. It's kind of intimidating. Let's be perfectly honest. So if you can get together with a group and go do these things, and then you get that warm, fuzzy feeling, and then I guarantee you, once you do it with the group, with Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance, you're going to be hooked, and you're never going to want to go anywhere without the group. You get to be lifetime friends and cruise around and go on all these great adventures and catch all these bitchin' fish. And just being with the group is the best part about Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance. The family atmosphere that Larry provides is just, you can't beat it. It's a win-win-win for everybody. So there's the QR code. I'll put it back up again before the end of the show. There's the QR code. Here's the trip. Right. Where did I just put that? Right there. And then one more time for everybody driving around in their cars. The phone number is 760-331-2650. Yeah, that's the number to get on this Alaska trip, but that's also the number to find out all the cool things that are going on at Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance. And then you can find out what are you talking about, this membership, being a part of this club. The only way you're going to find out really is to call the number and talk to Larry personally, and he will give you a full rundown of what's going on, and you will be very, very happy, I promise you. Then one more thing before we get rolling along here again, because we got a lot of cool stuff. We got questions. We got all kinds of stuff coming in.
Send in your questions now because we're on a
949-374-0786. Kelly Girl's right here. Wants to read whatever you want to know about, whatever you want to know. She's going to do her best to try to read. She's got that 8th grade education. Oh, no, that's me.
That's you.
But gang, I have this lifetime membership. You can ask Kelly Girl right now. My phone's been humming, been hot all day. I don't know. Lots of, what's Marty on the floor?
No, yeah, it is.
Oh, now the kitty's in here too, helping the monkey. Gang, you can get into this lifetime membership. Pretty spectacular. Be a member of my website with over 580 plus how-to videos, the bundles, how game plans, hotspots, personal forums, and swordfish bundle, all included in your $350 one time, never, ever, ever going to be charged again. And I promise you, on January 1st, 2024, the price of your saltwater guide's going up dramatically. Right now, it's $4.99. Or excuse me, $9.99 a month. It's going to $29.99 a month, and the bundles are all going at $200 a piece. So jump on this great deal. Call us at 949-374-0786 or text us at 949-374-0786 if you want to talk to my beautiful wife, or if you just want to send in a cool question and you don't want to talk to either one of us, we understand. Thank you very much, everybody, for everything you're doing for us. We love all the support. We are absolutely blown away at what's going on right now on our social media.
We were just talking about that before the show.
My YouTube subscriber base went up 160% this month. The month of December, 160%. We're adding 4,000 new subscribers a month right now to our YouTube channel.
It's insane. It's just insane. Who'd have thought? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I'm with you. Who'd have thought? I mean, they used to tell us when we'd come off stage at the seminars, Dave, you need your own TV show. I heard that a lot. But now we got our own show. And now we understand why everyone was saying that, because everybody's watching us. Yeah. It's crazy. But we appreciate all of you. And we're going to be at the Bard Hall show.
I'm not. Dave will. Dave will be there. Someone's got to watch this little guy up there.
Well, we're trying to find a neighbor to watch.
I think I'm going to be here. I think I'll be here.
Okay, well, Kelly's invited, and so it'll be up to Kelly if she comes. And then we're going to do, on the night of the 29th, we're going to do a hoop. On the 29th of January, we're going to do a hoop net trip with Justin. Myself, Justin, hopefully the lady that caught the largest lobster in California, and Elliot will be there videoing it, and we're going to go hoop netting in Long Beach Harbor. Right after I walk off the stage, from speaking, I'm walking straight across the street to Justin's boat. It'll be right there by the convention center, and we're going hooping in Long Beach Harbor. I'm going to be Justin's deckhand on the deck. We're going to start selling those tickets. And if you guys want to go hooping with us, I'm going to be the deckhand on the deck. Justin's going to be the captain. It's going to be pretty exciting. I'm going to show you all the proper way to do it from the deck.
The proper way, right?
Yeah, the Dave, your saltwater guide way, the right way. Everything else out there's noise. I don't care what you say.
Gerard sent in a question. Gerard,
all right.
You were just speaking with him. I think he sent you some stuff. He just says, remember when you used to take him to Betty Davis?
Oh my God!
Rock, giant bass. I've been there.
Oh, even KellyGirl got to fish there. She got to fish there before the closures. Yep, Tut, that was a phenomenal time in our lives, wasn't it? Oh my gosh. There's a spot in Laguna. We can't fish it anymore because it's part of the MLP now. But back in the day, it was Betty Davis's old house. And you would park right in front of her house. And it's this giant Spanish style house on the cliff in Laguna. And right underneath it were these like caverns, if you will, channels with eelgrass all over them. And in the eelgrass were giant calico bass. And I would park so close back when I ran the Seahorse, 65-foot sport boat. I would park right in there where you could cast into those. And then we started fishing it on the skiff. And Tut, you were there. It was, and KellyGirl got to do it. My children got to do it before they closed it. Laguna is a very special place in my heart.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Nothing else like it on the planet. Fishing and calico bass fishing in front of Betty Davis's house was incredible.
Mike Lewis wants to know, what does MLP stand for?
Marine Life Protection Act. The Marine Life Protection Act was brought into effect by a bunch of a bunch of people that had never been on the ocean before. Don't know anything about the ocean, but they decided that we needed to save these, has nothing to do with fish. They decided that we needed to save the structure in these areas, is how KellyGirl and I were at the meeting when they revisited it, because they told us they would revisit it after they had closed it. So 5 years after they closed it, we had this giant meeting. And at the time, the industry, when we would go to these meetings, we'd all have to take time off. We'd have to take time off from our jobs on the boats, fishing for a living, or time away from our families, which when you fish for a living, when you have that little bit of time that you actually get to spend with your family, you like to capitalize on it. But we all had to go to these meetings because we had to make sure that we represented the industry. And we were at this meeting, and if you watched my show last night with Bill Barney, you understand a little bit more about me. I was very vocal in these meetings, for lack of a better word. I didn't like to listen to the rhetoric and just sit there and on my hands. I don't know if you know, but I love to talk. And we were in the meeting, and they were filling everybody in the audience's brain up with all this rhetoric. And I went, hold on a second. And I looked out, and there was probably 300 of us in the audience, fishermen, people that fish for a living. And I said, the only reason, and they're like, sir, you can't. And I was like, nope. The only reason we're all here is for you to tell us, are you going to open it or not? We don't need to hear about all the other because it's all bullshit anyway. It's all crap. It's all because they've never been out on the water. So I don't want to know what they know anyway. But I just said, stop. And I asked the question, are you going to open up the MLP areas? Are you going to open it up? You've had 5 years to look. And we know they never looked. We know there was no science done. Because remember, Bill Barney even said it yesterday. And the gentleman on the stage said, well, I said, no. Are you going to open it again? Period. That's all we all need to know.
Yes or no. Yes or no.
Take time away from our families. And he said, this is what he said. As long as the rocks are still in the spots, it'll always be closed. And I looked around at everybody there and I said, that's all I need to hear. I don't have time for this, gang. I'm going to go spend time with my beautiful wife and my boys, because it's all bull. It's all crap. It's all a bunch of lies. And I think 3/4 of the people got up and left, because we don't need to go to these flipping meetings and listen to the bull come out of your mouths that have nothing to do with nothing. And you're going to tell us one more time that you're going to remove some more of our money out of our pockets. So that's when I got involved with Wayne Coda and CCA. That's when I was like, okay, enough's enough. We have no voice at the table.
Yeah.
We need a voice.
Yep.
So I started working with Wayne and everybody there, and I don't care who I'm working with. I can't keep my mouth shut. So it's hard for me to go to these bullshit meetings. Sorry, I said the word. These meetings run by people that are pale, whiter than Kelly's shirt, softest hands you've ever touched, and they're going to tell us about the ocean. I'm sorry, I can't. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for it.
My shirt's light blue, but anyway.
Whatever. It looks white on the thing. I can't.
Can you read what it says? Can anybody tell me what this says?
Hug your kid.
Hug your kids. I got this shirt when my son was like 6 months old, and he's 21 now. I got this in Tahoe, South Lake Tahoe, anyway, a long time ago. That's how old my clothes are.
Oh, yeah. I tell her all the time, so can I throw away all the clothes in the 3 closets that we have full?
No. Matt Ryan would like to know, what are they trying to do with your bait, with our bait?
What they've just, this is so ridiculous, so ludicrous. So what's going on right now, and it was going on before when my father was still alive. They're after our bait now. They've decided that the reason why the overpopulated, scummy California sea lion is starving to death is because we've taken all their forage fish. So they're not calling the bait, they're calling it forage fish. Okay? And they're saying that the reason why the sea lion's starving to death, not from overpopulation, it's because we took their forage fish away. And what we've all talked about in these meetings, but remember, they don't even listen to us in the meetings. They already have their own agenda, but we go anyway just because we just want. Somebody has to go and listen to the rhetoric and take some of it back and share it with you guys. But they want us to stop fishing for bait. Now, 90% of the bait we catch, and it's going to be hard for you to understand this, most of you, but 90% of the bait we catch goes back into the water alive. We don't use all the bait when we go to the bait barge and get our bait. If we do, that's a phenomenal day.
If you're changing your bait every 60 seconds, you should have no bait left right now.
Right.
But anyway.
And then we're chumming bait, we're throwing bait back in the water, and then at the end of the day, we let most of the bait go and we go out and go do it again the next day. We're not the reason. But like the great Frank Lopresti said, the state of California has made it perfectly clear that they're on a mission to stop people from fishing. Period. No science, nothing. So now the new thing they're going after is our bait. And you can get involved with CCA. You can get involved. I think I got a QR code here for CCA. You can get involved with CCA. You can see the newsletters. You can talk to Wayne. You can talk to Chris. You can see all the things that are going on and everything that's going on to stop us from fishing. The only voice we have at the table is CCA California. So grab that QR code, get involved. Like Bill said, he gets $10 a month taken out of his account. You can do whatever you want. We're lifetime members. We give back a ton. I do a lot of speaking events for CCA. I give back a lot. I talk about it on my podcast all the time because it's super important to understand what's going on and to have a voice at the table.
Absolutely.
So the MLPs, they put into effect 12 years ago, something like that.
Something
Remember,
like
we were
that.
going to all the meetings.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
And they closed a third of the California coastline to fishing. And they're on a mission to close more. And there's the 30 by 30 coming down the pipe where they're going to close 30% more. And there's so much garbage, so much rhetoric going on. But at the end of the day, like Mr. Lopresti said, they're on a mission to stop fishing in California. Well, the whole United States, Frank said, but California is under attacked from every angle you can't even imagine, gang. And I don't want to get into too much of it, but get involved with CCA California. Grab that QR code and get involved. Get involved. Get involved. We got any
We don't
more
have any more questions, but I have a question for you, Dave. What do you want for Christmas?
We do this every year.
We? I mean, you're like the guy who has everything.
I want just to know that my grandbabies are safe. All 3 of my sons are safe, that you're healthy, and I'll start crying because my family's all healthy right now. We're very, very blessed. And I know we take it granted a lot, but we're very blessed that our family's very healthy. And that's all I want is my family to be healthy. And because of all of you watching our show every day, and because of all of you watching our silly little videos every day, we're going to be able to have a phenomenal dinner this year. And the kids are all going to get what they want because of you guys out there. It's because of all of you and all the love that you show us. Speaking of that, and thank you. If you guys feel like I entertain you and Kelly entertains you, you can always leave us stars, or you can grab that Venmo account at Your Saltwater Guide and drop us a gift there, or you can leave some tips on YouTube. We'll take whatever you can give. This is our only job, is making content for social media. That's the only job we have, and my silly little website. And we got it going on, gang. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. We got a lot of great comments. They're in Texas, Cody. They're in Texas. As a matter of fact, CCA started in Texas. So you got to get involved in your branch in Texas, the CCA Texas branch, and get involved with that. That's where CCA started, because if you guys know what's going on down there, remember they're after your redfish and they're after your drum. They want them bad. They want you to stop fishing for fish in Texas too. And if you guys in Florida are laughing at us right now, going, all the closures in California, everybody knows that what happens in California happens all over the United States. And then if you get our great governor, who's going to be your next president of the United States, can you imagine? He's done such a phenomenal job here in the state of California. He's going to run your whole United States of America. That's incredible.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Dave, what about Sheephead and Calico? Does that close this year?
The MLP is already making a move.
And when?
What about what? I'm sorry.
Sheephead and Calico close this year? The
Sheephead's going to close on January 1st, 2024. Even though it's not a rockfish, it's because it's control.
Because it's rockfish. What else?
Rockfish.
December 31st, right?
And then the sculpin are supposed to stay open, but they'll probably put an amendment to the amendment, and they'll probably close. Right now, sculpin will be open. Calico Bass, sand bass, sargo, halibut. Those things will be open for us. But it's really crucial that you keep up on the California Fish and Wildlife website and look at the regs, because, they change them in the middle of the season. They change them without any warning. They'll just change it, and then they'll pull up and give you a ticket because you didn't know they changed it. When you sign your fishing license, all those little words right above where you sign, that it all tells you that you're going to be aware of the regulations and the changes. So when you sign it, you're telling them you're going to be aware of it also. Pay attention, gang, because I can't give you all the information about what's legal and what's not legal. I mean, if anybody knows my past, the last thing you want to do is take legal advice from me.
That's the funniest thing you said all day. That's true, though.
God.
My God, if they only knew. I'm sure most of them do, though. I don't know. Anyway.
Thanks, Tim. Thank you very much. But yeah, gang, don't take legal advice from Cal.
Yeah, because Right.
Oh my God,
okay,
you made
anyway,
me cry.
Moving on. You and your past.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Thank you, Arnie. Thank you very, very much. KellyGirl and I want to come up there to the club one day and speak. I think it would be great. San Diego Rod and Roll.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
That would be fun. We used to do it.
Yep.
They used to love us up there, and then you had a handful of those little crybaby haters that were like, "Oh, I'll come down. You think you know everything?" Because I do. Not.
Because you know a lot. You know a lot,
But they're just jealous, aren't you? We're okay. Hey, Marley, what are you doing?
I'm okay.
What are you doing, Marley? All right, so we got some more comments. Kenny's 949-374-0786. You can ask us anything you want.
Can you guys come in March? Is what Ernie wants to know.
We're going to be up there for the
Oh, that's
Pacific
right,
Coast
yeah.
Sport Fishing Show in
That
March.
I will
Arnie.
be there in March.
So I don't think we can come right back up again. We'll be up there for the PCS show. And then
Mike Lewis, they don't know until they know.
the Sheephead opens up in March, and the take will be 2. What a dumb! Oh my gosh! So you can only have 2. How lame! I don't know if you've ever dove. There's a zillion sheephead, but gang, it go. They're gonna knock the limit down to 2 sheephead.
Oh, okay.
They're just trying to make, gang. If you think about it, if you play the long game, they're trying to make it so it's not worth going fishing. They think. This is how screwed up they are. They think the only reason we fish is because we want to rape the ocean. We fish because it's therapy. We fish because it's insanely fun. We fish because it's phenomenal therapy. We fish because our fathers or our grandfathers or our moms or our grandmas, they took us fishing for the first time, and we found out what a joy it was and what a release
And
it is.
It's there. I mean,
it's better than chasing a golf ball. And one of my good buddies told me yesterday, you don't stop fishing because you get old. You get old because you stop fishing.
yeah, right. I couldn't imagine. Well, you don't fish as much as you used to. You fish
No,
a lot.
I fish
you fish a lot, but
way more than I used to.
Well, I mean,
Because I used to not fish.
You were working, yeah.
I was driving the boat.
But I can't imagine if you could not fish. You would shrivel up and die. I mean, I don't know. I just can't. You need that.
We all do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you miss it
tremendously.
Yeah,
I miss it a lot. But
But that's not, your whole world's not wrapped up around it. My whole world is wrapped up, like KellyGirl used to tell everybody, if I could piss a puddle, I would fish in it. That's how I am. I'm addicted to it.
Fish off a Fruit Loop, you would. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I am a Fruit Loop. But gang, we got a few minutes left. It's only 1:40 or 12:47. If you want to send us a text message with a cool question, or if you got a question, you don't know how to text us because our phone number is not listed, except it's listed everywhere. 949-374-0786. You can send us your questions. We'll do our very best to answer it. If you got a good story about Captain Dave taking you out and catching a bunch of fish, whatever. What is our go-to fish in Cabo? I don't really want to go out there if we can't go rooster fish fishing. I love rooster fish fishing. I love it because we're on the beach. We're cruising along, slow trolling mullets, and as soon as we find them, then we're just casting baits and fly lining baits and catching rooster, boop, boop, boop. I love that kind of fishing. I love grouper fishing. I love anchoring up on the spot, fishing some of the rocks down here and stuff that hardly ever get fished. The whole thing's totally different. But when friends and family come to visit, we'll go do that Dorado thing and the marlin thing because a lot of people never caught a marlin before. And right now, you can, if you wanted a marlin right now, you can pretty much get a marlin. Dorado, a little bit different right now. They're kind of moving around. It's different. We had 4 yesterday. We had 1 the day before. But you just got to get out there and go fishing. But I love rooster fish fishing, Dave Hill. That's my very most favorite. What are you doing, Marley? What are you doing?
Jason in San Diego would like to know, or he would like for you to, can you explain tackle and everything used to catch the huge Dorado? Yeah,
well, we were slow trolling ballyhoos, 5.5 knots. We rigged the ballyhoos. You can see how we rig them on the website, yoursaltwaterguide.com. We rig them. We sew a little sliding sinker into their chin. We pop their eyeballs out. We sew their nose up, cut off that little beak the ballyhoo has, and then we slow troll them behind the boat at 5.5 knots. What we do is we get out there. We got the gyro stabilizing binoculars, and we get out there and we're searching the water and we're looking for anything, like I always say, that isn't water. We don't have any kelp patties down here. There's no kelp down here. The water's too hot. If you found something floating, forget about it. It's going to be full speed wahoo Dorado. The problem is there's not a lot of floating stuff out here, but if you do find something floating, it's insane. But a lot of the time, this time of year, we're fishing Dorado in 50, 60 feet of water right on the beaches, but we're looking for bait. We're looking for bait. There's a lot of little bait fish flicking on the surface or whatever. When you start to see the areas where that bait fish is, then you get into that zone. You drop back your ballyhoos, you troll around at about 5.5 knots. You can get attacked by these things. It's pretty spectacular, but just like everything, it's all about looking. You got to pay attention. You got to keep your eyes peeled. You got to have your face in those binoculars all day looking. I don't care. I know you're like 50, 60 feet of water for Dorado. Yeah, you can basically anchor up on the spot, start chumming, and the Dorado will come right to you. But we're fishing on the beaches. Sometimes we're fishing in as shallow as 40 feet of water, slow trolling ballyhoos. Once you locate the school, then it's game on. They're biting the poppers, the surface iron, all kinds of stuff. We approach it a little different than most people down here, but we have a lot of success. And then as far as rods and reels go, we're trolling with the Makaira series reels from Akuma. We're using the 30s, the Makaira 30s, 2-speed, trolling around with 60-pound braid and some fluorocarbon circle hooks and ballyhoos.
All that.
Yeah,
all that.
A bag of chips. You got any questions?
Well, we
comments?
don't, but I just
Nothing?
wanted to say I'm sorry to Matt Ryan. I'm so sorry for your loss. He lost a shepherd of 9. He was 9. He was his fishing buddy, too. I'm so sorry. That my heart aches for you. I'm so sorry.
KellyGirl hasn't lost any family members or any pets.
Knock on wood, thank God. I don't know what that, I can't relate. I don't know what that's like. I hope to not find out for a very, very long time. I don't know what I would do if something happened to one of our animals, because they're like our children. They're our buddies, right? So I'm so sorry to hear that.
Sorry, Matt. You're one of our buddies. You're one of our pals. We'll see you at the shows, and our heart is there for you.
Yeah,
we understand.
absolutely.
I understand. KellyGirl can't imagine what it
I just can't imagine what that's like. But I love animals, and I know if I could rescue them all, I would.
Mike Lewis sent a question. What was his question?
He did. Oh my goodness sakes.
Yeah, come on.
Mike. Okay, if your ashes get spread in the ocean after you pass, what kind of fish would you want to come back as, and why?
That's a great question. I was thinking about this the other night.
You were?
Yeah, because.
You want to come back as a fish?
Well, I know where I want to be. My ashes sprinkled.
Oh, okay, but
at Heroines, the Boiler Rock there that we fish, where you hook that giant bat ray. Mm-hmm. I want to be buried there, and I would love to come back as a Calico Bass, because I kind of have a clue at how I would act and where I would live, and how it would all come together, and how living in that ribbon kelp and being all dark and living in the edges of the rocks. The last thing I'd do is eat a bait. I would never eat a friggin' bait with a hook in it.
Yeah.
Even though I'd probably be really hungry.
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat the bait with the hook.
I'd just go out and catch you.
You would,
I'd be able to do it.
Yeah. So that's it. So now you know where I want to go. Because I think the expiration date's closer now than it was when I was 20.
You're going to outlive it, all of us, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
All me and the animals, our boys, you're going to outlive it.
Yeah, because I take such great care of myself.
But look at you're still alive today. I mean, after
oh my gosh, thank you.
Your young adulthood, I guess.
The amount of poison I pumped into this poor little body.
Yeah, I'm shocked that, I can't believe you're still alive.
It's clean living, baby. And you.
Yep, that's right.
Remember when I met you, this mustache was black.
Yeah. Dave says I've made him all gray. It caused this gray hairs. I don't agree. But
my hair is not
his life is way better since he met me, right, Dave?
Oh God, yes.
It is. Look how
successful
you are.
I'm kidding. It is.
It's true.
It's very good. I'm very, very blessed. I'm very happy. Do we have any more comments?
Nope, that's
We're running out of time, Jane. You got 5 minutes if you want to if you want us to talk about you on the show, you got 5 minutes. Tomorrow's show is going to be incredible. We got a very, very big heavy hitter in the fishing industry. Mr. Anthony Shea, owner of Bad Company, Team Bad Company World Tour, traveling around the world, catching 1,000-pound marlin, looking for surface fish, surface swordfish. He started from humble beginnings, working on the sport boats when he was a young man, learned his work ethic, working on sport boats, went on to start a couple of companies, Loan Depot, and then before that, he had Lending Tree. He's a multi-billionaire. He's going to join us all here on the podcast tomorrow. It's going to be a phenomenal event. We're going to do something. I've watched quite a few podcasts with Anthony on them, quite a few financial podcasts and quite a few different things, quite a few fishing podcasts. But we're going to do something no one else has done. We're going to take Anthony all the way back to the very beginning, working on the sport boats, growing up the way I did, working on the sport boats as a kid, as a pinhead, and then as a deckhand, and then before that, scrubbing the boats, doing all the things that he did. He's a self-made man. It's going to be a really interesting story. When all of you are sitting there going, oh, I don't know how I'm going to make it. Get off your butt and do something. Gang, there's so many opportunities out there. Like I tell my kids, today, you can basically run the company because, first of all, no one wants to work. So you can run in there and you can be the boss in an hour because you're going to show up. All you got to do is show up today in America and you can be the boss. And then most people are too lazy. There's so much stuff laying around. My kids thought I was out of my ever-loving mind 30 years ago when I started Your Saltwater Guide. And I told them people are going to pay me to go with them on their boats and teach them how to fish. And I remember my oldest son goes, no one's going to pay you to go on their boat, Dad. Why would they do that? And I'm like, hey, guess what, Zach? You hear that phone call I just had? That's a guy who wants me to go with him on his boat. I started out advertising in the Log magazine because it was, I could buy 4 lines in the Log magazine for $20 a week.
Wow. That was a long time ago.
I didn't have anything.
Do they even have those log steel print? I wonder.
I don't know if they print, but that was where I started my advertising at. And then Western Outdoor News, we put an ad in there. And then the phone started ringing, and here we are 30 years later, Your Saltwater Guide. We got 600,000 followers. We got 4,200 people on our website.
Quite a big change.
30 million views a month, gang. There's so many opportunities out there. All I can tell you is find something and do it better than anybody else. There's a lot of websites out there, gang, to join in Southern California, but there's only one that the owner talks to you. There's only one that you can call the owner up and talk to him. Why did I do that? Why did I put my phone? Because I wanted to be better than everyone else. You can call me. Your Saltwater Guide website's an incredible tool to catch fish in Southern California or anywhere on the planet because fish are just fish. Oh, man.
This is his buddy. Oh, look at how beautiful. Oh, wow.
Don't do that to
okay.
me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You guys
but
all
tomorrow's
know how
show is going to be phenomenal. I am excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, you guys are going to get to learn a lot about Anthony Shea, the man, the myth, the legend. It's going to be incredible if you've seen anything.
Look at this. What Larry sent this picture of this moose here.
Oh, cool. Look at the little baby
moose.
moose.
So cute.
Little baby moose.
Aww. Wow.
Mike Lewis, Elliot's throwing you a bone and letting yours stay up there on the top of Instagram because we love you. But, yeah, no.
What?
His video's not number 3 anymore.
Oh.
Those Luvar videos that we posted from Tommy Gones went absolutely nutty. But you're right there. You're on the top. We pinned you. Elliot and I decided to leave you up there, leave you pinned because we love you so much and we like all your friends seeing you. What do you guys all think we're talking about? We're talking about the popcorn lobster leg video. That video across social media, gang, has had just over 3.5 million views. We have about 8,000 comments, all telling us that's not how you eat a lobster. And I've eaten them, 1,000 of them that way. Oh yeah, and the Ziploc bag's going to cause me to get sick. It's just crazy, the negative in the world. But Mike, you're right there. You're number 4, to be perfectly honest.
Have you?
So get all your friends, share that video. Gang, go on social media. I don't care if you're Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Go on there and share that video of Mike doing the popcorn lobster leg with him and Jamie. Don't you love those comments, Mike, when they tell you that you painted your nails black? It's dude, really? That's what you got out of this? You got to see Jamie's finger push the microwave button, so now you say Mike paints his nails black?
Guys, I think people just have too much time on their hands.
They're just a bunch of whiny little...
So, Dave, have you tried the new Nomad Slide Click Iron Jig? This is from...
No, what did you
Nicholas.
read that on there for?
Oh, I don't know.
Pull that back, Nomad. We're not talking about you.
No, I don't know.
We're not talking about. Yeah, we're not talking about Nomad. Nope, they didn't want to come to the table.
Oh.
We use Fish Labs lures. We use Fish Labs lures. We use Promar lures. We do not use the Nomad lures in any way, shape, or form. Sorry. But yeah, we haven't ever tried them out because we don't use them because we use Promar and we use Fish Labs. That's what we use.
Okay. Well, he just sent.
Shouldn't even have mentioned the name.
I'm
just kidding you. I'm teasing you, baby.
I know, they sent the question twice.
I know. I'm sorry.
I figured, I better read.
But no, I'm just joking. It's a total joke.
I'm done. I'm
Would
fired. I
you
guess
stop? We use the Nomad lures. We use the.
Thanks for getting me in trouble. Whoever sent that.
No, we use those Nomad lures because they make the. What are those fast troll lures that we fish with? The.
Oh my God! They're the.
Somebody, you're watching the show. What are those trolling lures that Nomad makes that we're all using? That were like super hot. Remember, Billy Kay got in trouble for selling them for $250 a piece. When people were like, I can't believe you're selling them for $250. You should be talking to people that bought them for $250, not the guy that's selling them. Yeah. Nobody made them buy them.
Right.
That was crazy. What's it called? Oh, thank you, Justin. My goodness.
The what?
I might be getting a little Alzheimer's, but yes, the Mad Mac. We use it all the time. Let me see what this lure looks like. I'm gonna the sidekick. Oh. Okay.
Oh, now he's gonna talk about it.
So this lure is an exact replica of the lure that Fish Labs makes, called the slow pitch Carnata jig. And we have different sizes, but it looks exactly like this jig. So there obviously isn't a patent on it. So this will probably work. This will probably work because it looks the same as the slow pitch Carnata jig from Fish Labs. So now I know what you're talking about. The Nomad design, the slide kick. And yeah, I think it would work just fine. It looks pretty cool. I don't know how it swims. I'd have to see it swimming. We'd have to cast it out there and see it swimming. I don't know if it's swimming. Yeah, we'd have to check it out and see what it looks like swimming. I'm sorry, I'm reading comments,
I know
baby.
You're reading together. This is like, come on now. All right.
Okay. Sorry, babe.
All right.
I apologize from the bottom of my heart, everybody. I'm going to get a spanking right after this show because I was reading comments. I'm not allowed to read the comments.
You don't know
how to read.
So let's get that out.
Oh my God.
Just staring at a picture.
That's what I was doing. I was like, is this picture going to talk to me? Somebody's got to tell me what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Thank
you guys so much for tuning in today, right?
Yeah.
And we hope that everybody has a great Thanksgiving, Christmas. And tune in.
Please try to make the show tomorrow.
That's going to be a great
with
show.
Anthony Shea. It should be pretty spectacular. You're going to get to find out. Well, it's not very often we get to talk to a billionaire.
Well, like you said, he's self-made. He's a
good human.
Incredible human being, yes.
And the War Heroes on Water, we're going to talk about that a phenomenal amount tomorrow because War Heroes on Water was put together by Anthony. And it is a phenomenal way to celebrate all the war heroes, men and women that have done everything, given up the most unbelievable amount of their body, time, life to make sure that you and I and Kelly and Marley and Finn and Zach, Sean and Riley all get to live in a free world. So Anthony gave back to War Heroes like you can't even believe. The things he's done for these veterans is he doesn't run around waving the flag, telling everybody what he did. He just does it. He's just out there doing it. And all the men and women's lives that he has helped is incredible. And like you said, and I say it, Steve Ladd, we've done nothing to deserve the life compared to what these men and women have done. So War Heroes on Water is Anthony's baby. We're going to talk about that a lot tomorrow if you want to learn more about it. It's a phenomenal organization put together by a billionaire who takes 0.0 money from this organization. That's what it's not about. It's not about money. It's about taking care of the men and women that have sacrificed everything for us.
That's right. That's right.
So, gang, we'll be with you tomorrow at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time with the great Anthony Shea. KellyGirl, thank you for being a part of the show.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. Gang, don't we all appreciate having KellyGirl on the show? Yep. Let me know.
I appreciate being here.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
I already told them when you walked
over. Oh, you did?
How hard it was for me to do this.
I love you all. Thank you all very, very much.
If we didn't get Christmas.
If we didn't, and Nick, thank you for giving me the word. Because I couldn't even, everybody did, but thank you, Nick. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, guys.